Welcome back to the Good Boys with Toddy and Brett.
Woo!
Featuring
Sabrina Quesada.
and Cooper.
Hey.
Yo.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Good Boys podcast. Awesome.
And now, a brief message from one of our sponsors, BetterHelp. BetterHelp offers a safe way to connect with professional counselors. If something is preventing you from achieving your goals or interfering with your happiness,
As someone who's struggled with anxiety, BetterHelp has been an incredible resource and is extremely convenient for me.
as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at BetterHelp, HELP.com/goodboys. So you're on tour? With,
I went on tour with Machine Gun Kelly and Jaden because he was
shit.
opening for him, and it was so fun. Like, but
Sick.
it was just like I didn't really have a job on tour. I was just like going honestly just like for the shows and just to be and hang out with Jaden because like he wanted me to come on.
That's dope.
I was like, it's probably a great experience. Like. And so I went, and it was just crazy. Like flying out there, you like land, like there's like fans at the airport and everything, and just like, and then just like it just goes into play, and like you're already at a show, and you're like watching them set up everything,
Yeah.
and, like the test runs, and like, I mean, I really love like the whole scenery. Like you just get to like see like the whole experience,
Yeah.
Were you at Lala?
Yeah, I was at Lala too.
Oh,
I was on
okay.
stage at Lala.
Really?
At like the end of Angels and Demons, and like that was. It was
Wait, were you at the
insane.
airport? Did I meet you at the airport like the morning after Lala?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. With
Wait, so we
Daniela.
met before?
Yes, we met before.
Whoa.
I remember. I was.
We were
just
eating
a crazy
McDonald's.
weekend. Yes, we were eating McDonald's. I was having sweet tea and hash browns
Dude,
in the airport.
It was like 5 a.m. and no one was talking.
Yeah, it was
Really?
just like after like
Everyone was
the
like fucking
ruckus.
out of it.
Yeah.
It was a lot like
It's the last,
It was like really hot, and there was 4 days of Lala, and then
yeah. And you were on
finally-
mushrooms the day before, right?
Yeah. So I was telling you this. Like I don't drink. I don't
Yeah.
do anything. But we microdosed shrooms. Like was that in May? For the first time. Yeah, it was in
Yeah,
May.
I think so.
So we would microdose shrooms, and I was a long hauler with COVID. So I had COVID in January. My symptoms didn't go away. So I
Yeah.
had brain fog and fatigue. And when I microdosed shrooms, it was the first time all my symptoms went away.
Really.
And that was really crazy. So then I did it one more time on July 4th.
Yeah.
I microdosed shrooms again, and then once again, all my symptoms went away. All this brain fog and fatigue that I'd had for months, like months and months and months. It was pretty crazy. It
I haven't
wasn't
done
bad, it was
shrooms
just
in
like-
over like a year and a half. I've been
Yeah.
clean off everything.
That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a bad past of like alcohol and
Mhm.
shit. I mean, alcohol and drugs. Not so alcohol, but like more so drugs. When I was 9, like I had, or 10, I had like a terrible fear of planes because like I was landing in Greece and the plane was just like, "Duh," and then landed on like
it's
an island,
horrible.
like bounced up and like the whole plane like tilted, and I like scared the shit out of me, and that just like made like a whole entire like irrational fear of planes now. Like I still
Yeah.
have it. So like the doctor's like, yeah, you can like give him like Xanax at 10 or like 9, and
No fucking way.
yeah. So I was taking like, and we were traveling a lot that year, and I was
Uh-huh.
taking Xanax like twice a month at 9, like
Whoa.
like 2 to 4 times a month at 9, and that just like it just wired my brain so badly. I started like doing drugs at like 12, like vaping, and I started smoking weed at 13 and stuff, and then like 14 is when it got really bad with like the prescriptions and everything.
Yeah.
And 15 I like had an overdose, and like 15 had an overdose and then got sent away to like wilderness therapy
Uh-huh.
and residential treatment therapy. If you know what that is, I mean it's kind of cool honestly. So I lived in the woods for 100 days. Like I like 2 guys in the middle of the night came like into like my mom's room because I was like in my mom's room watching SpongeBob,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't know what's happening. They just come in like 6'5", huge as fuck,
No
like just,
way.
like, pick me up
What?
like and drag my ass to Utah, and I'm like in the fucking back of the car like, what's happening? Like freaking out, I'm like 15, like,
That's gnarly.
and I just had a mental breakdown. Like I'm like, where the fuck am I going? They're like, oh, you'll be back home in a month. I'm like, oh, okay, a month, like it's fine.
Yeah.
Like I won't have to go to school for a month because it was just like the end of summer, and I get there to like the wilderness program. They drive me like 2 hours into like the forest. I'm like, where the fuck am I? And I like see like this fire, and I see like 12 different kids and like 6 staff members, and I'm like, guess I'm here. And then the first day, like I get like a mentor, like a kid who has like learn whatever. And he's like, so how long did they tell you you're gonna be here for? I'm like, yeah, about a month. And he's like, that's a lie. You're gonna be here for a minimum 3 months, and then you're gonna go somewhere after for about a year. And right when I heard that, I was like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, you're lying.
Oh my god.
He wasn't lying. That literally happened. I mean, it was like, honestly, it helped a lot. Like, I honestly learned how to be in tune with my emotions and all that. Like, my emotional intelligence is honestly, I'd say really good for a 19-year-old, just because like for a year and a half I was like stuffed like therapy, you know what I mean? But also it was also really bad too. Like, the wilderness was cool, but the other program, the aftercare, was just like terrible. Like,
in what way?
Well,
it was so corrupt. Like, they didn't care about like you, they care about like the money. It's more so a business rather than like therapy and stuff. And there's also like a lot of fucked up things happening there, like people doing drugs and stuff, and then like the mentors were like the staff members were like there to help us and stuff, but they would know the people were doing shit, and they wouldn't say anything, like
Because they wanted to save their jobs.
and like obviously it's like you go there for help, but like it like fully like the wilderness program like helped me, like I actually like was like I want to like do better and stuff. And no, it was like the aftercare program, like the residential treatment center is what they call it.
Yeah.
And that place like fucked me up way more.
Damn.
And I came home and like I did more drugs than ever.
No shit.
And then like a year and a half ago almost, or about like a year and 2 months, like I like had like it was like I was like 18, because I'm 19. I'm about to turn 20 in June. But I just had this crazy week of like, a bunch of drugs and all that, and I just like had this moment of clarity where I was just like, it's just like really not worth it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I've been doing this for like years now, and like it was so bad. So I just like honestly, I just fully went like cold turkey. Like,
nice.
I just like stopped everything. Like, and I was heavy on like Xanax, cocaine, opioids, and like ketamine.
Wow.
And I would be like going through like 1 to 3 grams a night of like everything, and then like 5 bars and like to like 10. I'm like, it was such a like, I don't know, man. It was so bad. It was just very.
And that's a young age to be going through that.
I just like, I also just have a lot of childhood things too,
Yeah.
all that. But
you're able to
like,
go cold turkey though.
Yeah,
it's
it
pretty
was. It's because I had this moment where I was like, I finally like understood like
some sort of perspective.
Of why I need to stop, you know, like, and if I couldn't do it for myself at the time, like, so I had to just do it for like my mom and dad.
Totally, yeah.
You used to find that purpose.
And I finally like realized like I need to like live to help others. I feel like get through it, because like there's been many times at LA parties, like literally like where I'm like out and about, and everyone, I mean, people have offered me like coke recently and stuff. I don't. I'm just like, nah, nothing's cool about it.
Everyone's pretty cool about that.
Yeah, but like, there's this one kid, I'm not gonna say his name or anything, but like, he like wasn't sure if he like wanted to do cocaine or not, and like the whole entire bathroom's doing it. It's like 12 people. Like, I'm like the only one who's like, nah, like I don't want it, and I'm like, this is so stupid. And he's like, hey, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm like, well, you obviously don't, because like, you're questioning it. So like, I just slapped it out of his hand, and then he was like, thank you so much. Like, I really didn't want to do it. I just was peer pressure, and I was like, I'm glad I could.
LA needs more. It's like success right there. You help someone.
Yeah,
maybe feel like it wasn't like I wasn't like, oh, I saved like someone's life.
No, totally. But like, maybe you did though.
Maybe you did.
You know?
And LA definitely needs more people like that.
It's been like a long time since I've like touched any hard drugs.
That's great. Now, a brief message from our sponsor, BetterHelp.
BetterHelp offers a safe way to connect with professional counselors. If something is preventing you from achieving your goals or interfering with your happiness, head over to betterhelp.com/goodboys. That's GOODBOYS.
BetterHelp assesses your specific needs and matches you with your very own licensed professional therapist. In under 48 hours, you'll be connected with a private counselor who's available anytime you need to talk. This is not a crisis line. It's an affordable and confidential way to talk with someone who can help.
You can schedule weekly sessions and receive thoughtful personal responses. no uncomfortable waiting rooms, and it's more affordable than traditional office counseling, and financial aid is available.
As someone who's struggled with anxiety, BetterHelp has been an incredible resource and is extremely convenient for me.
As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/goodboys. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/goodboys.
Thank you so much to BetterHelp, and now back to the podcast.
So how did you guys meet?
Oh, this is a funny story.
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
Wait.
We haven't even really met yet, but
Oh yeah, I DM'd you on Instagram, but it wasn't like.
It was like a hey, and I was
just
like,
like,
hey, what's
hi.
up? And then he
Like,
asked for my
what's up?
Snapchat,
Yeah.
whatever.
It's just like,
Like,
but that was like 6 months before
we
we met.
literally never talked again. Like that,
Oh, really?
he added me on Snapchat. We never talked again. And then like I had a mutual friend. Like we both had a mutual friend, and I ended
Yeah.
up coming to LA. Like I didn't live here or whatever. Like I just came, and then he was around me all day. And that night there was like a party. And he comes up to me. He's like, "You're gonna be my girlfriend."
damn,
was
I'm gonna
like-
use that line.
I was like, "You're
you're
really
kidding.
fucking weird. Like get away from me." And then 2 hours later, he's making out with a girl.
I'm not gonna-
Wait, what?
I think we were at Bryce's house.
That's funny. And then
crazy.
afterwards, you guys hung out. Like,
Yeah, we just started.
Was
We like
there?
got burritos the next day.
Yeah, we
got
he,
burritos
he
the
took me to
next
get
day.
burritos, and they were like the best. It was the best burrito I've ever had.
What
And
was
to
it?
this
Where?
day, we don't know where we
Yeah,
got
we
them.
don't know where we
Oh,
got it.
I have
shit.
no idea where we got the
Yeah.
burritos, but they were so good.
Damn.
I
you
don't
didn't
know
care
where
that he
we
hooked
got
up with
them.
another girl?
We were friends.
We were
just
friends.
met.
Like after that, we were just friends
And
because I was like, okay,
I
yeah,
was
I'm not
really-
taking you seriously.
I was really drunk that night too, and I was like, "Hi, we're gonna be boyfriend girlfriend."
And he was introducing me to because I was new. Like I literally had just landed in LA. He's like introducing me to everyone. He's like, "This is my girlfriend. Like this is my future girlfriend."
Dude,
And I was like,
Wow.
"You're
You
so
sound
fucking
crazy.
weird. Like get away from me."
You make me sound like I'm psycho.
That's exactly what happened. It's exact. And like all our friends were like, "Y'all are gonna end up dating," and I was like, "No." And then we ended up dating. So
damn, this is back in 2020?
2019.
2019?
No,
Yeah,
2020.
Wasn't it?
No, 2020.
2020.
End of 2019?
Yeah, no, end of 2020.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. I on my
Because
mom's
the first
life.
time I came to LA, oh no, he's right, 2020, but it was like June. It wasn't end.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
like nervous
It
that
was
you were
like June.
17. In 2019, he's like, no, it was
He's like, it
20.
was 2020.
He's like,
She's older than
2020?
me.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
okay,
should be
good.
nervous.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Wait, that's funny.
Low.
Nice. A cougar hunter.
Yeah, of course. She's like.
Wait, how old are you guys?
I'm about to
19.
be 20.
So you guys are both 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not weird then.
It's a
March
3-month
1st.
difference. I'm like making it very
That's not
clear.
bad.
3 months.
So you're, we did this yesterday. I don't really know signs, but you're not in Aries, right? No, you're
No.
Pisces.
Oh, I'm a Pisces. Wait,
Really?
what's your birthday?
Really?
March 1st.
I'm March 4th.
Oh,
Oh,
no
really?
way.
You want to do a joint
I'm a
birthday
Cancer.
party? Oh, you're a Cancer.
Probably,
I like Cancer.
Probably shouldn't do that
Yeah.
yet, Brett. Wait till she.
Yeah, I'm a little sensitive.
I'm looking for someone to have a joint birthday party with.
Yeah, for real. Let's run it. We'll go to.
He is actually turning 30 soon. And
No, I'm
gonna throw
turning
him a
29.
We're gonna throw him a bar mitzvah. If you guys
Oh,
want to
yeah,
come.
on my
I would
30th.
love to
Oh,
come.
I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah.
down. That'd be so
So-
fun.
Mhm.
I mean,
It's a long story. Basically, he missed his bar mitzvah when he was a kid. And
Oh,
it was
really?
pretty traumatizing.
Right.
And the only thing he wanted to do was be lifted in the chair. And he couldn't do that, so we're gonna like throw a 30-year-old bar
13
mitzvah.
going on 30, yeah.
and put
Next
him in,
year.
put him
So
in the
this
chair.
29th will not be the party, but
Okay.
Okay.
Next year,
30th.
30th.
yeah.
So we'll be there next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we have a year to like become really good friends,
Of course.
and then you guys can lift me in the
In
chair.
the
I
chair,
will.
yeah.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from, like, I was born in Mexico, but
Oh,
raised
really?
in Texas. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We're in Texas.
San Antonio.
Are you
Where I am.
from?
I'm from New. I was born in Newport Beach.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you go to high school over there?
I went to high school. High school. I went to J. Sarah.
Oh, into
and
J.
then
Sarah.
I
Okay.
went to the
Yeah.
the boarding school and everything, and then I went to Laguna Beach High School. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
I live residency in Laguna.
Right on.
so-
I'm from Huntington. I
Really?
went to Edison. Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's like what, like 20 minutes away from me.
Yeah. I think so.
15.
Something like that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I haven't been to Huntington in so long, but like the other week I was driving back from Laguna. I just like drove all the way down PCH.
It's a nice
so,
drive.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
nice.
a really nice drive. You
Yeah,
should
Sabrina, you see my Cowboys thing? I don't know if you're a Cowboys fan, but I've been a Cowboys fan this season.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you are.
I
Okay.
do not keep up on sports
I don't
as
either.
much.
I really
it's
don't.
it's such a shitty thing to say, you know, because like everyone's
I
like,
No,
know,
not
it's
not
like
at all. It's almost like a waste. It could be like a waste of time, but it can
Yeah.
also be like therapeutic in a
Yeah.
sense. But then also you kind of like you hate yourself because your team lost. So it's just like
It's
you never really
an
win.
emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why I
very
like
emotional.
players and not teams more
Yeah,
so.
you don't want to get too attached.
I used to just like watch baseball though. That was why. I never played football or anything. You know.
You want me to take
so-
your jacket?
Yeah, it's good. It's like a little blanket though.
Yeah, it might get cold in here.
No, it's fine.
So,
But
did you know he lived in my old house?
What?
Yeah.
Wait.
the one in Studio City.
Studio
Off
City.
Alta View.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've literally
Alta
been
View
there
Drive,
so many
baby.
times. That's
Right.
so crazy.
Yeah, I think I saw. I think it was Jaden because he posted in like my old room. Oh, that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, that was
And
your
it's
room.
like, yeah,
Dude, I
Wait,
was. So
I have
many
a-
memories.
yeah.
I have a funny
Just for
story.
our, just for our
Crazy.
time.
Yeah, right.
Wait, so you know in the hallway there's the bathroom at the end of the hallway. So there was this one night, and this was like when Todd was single. So already there was like 4 girls there who all were trying to figure out who was gonna go home with Todd.
Who's
that
going home
night.
with
Or
Todd?
who was
Right.
gonna go into Todd's room
stay.
because we were already home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who was gonna stay?
Who's not getting kicked out?
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like we're like, where the fuck is Zane? Like everyone just kind of universally realizes no one had seen Zane
Yeah.
in like maybe an hour, and he was blacked out. So we're looking all over the house for him, and no one can find him. And I think it was Todd was like, yo, I think he's locked in the bathroom because the bathroom door is locked and no one could get in. So we're all trying to like knock on the door and no one's answering. We're freaking out. So all of a sudden everyone's trying to get the door open,
Yeah.
and Natalie just fucking comes out of nowhere. There's like 10 of us in the hallway, and she fucking kicks her leg out and fucking knocks the door down.
Dude, no
Just-
way.
I tried to like knock it down. Like I
Just
I-
like
I kicked
karate
the door.
kick that shit, huh?
Yeah, couldn't get it open. She had like these big boots on. She's wasted, and she's like just kicks it down. Like everyone celebrates.
Breaks the whole thing.
And we see we walk in, and Zane is like face. He's on the toilet seat, face in like his like crotch area, just passed out.
Oh,
Dude, it
my
was it's naked. Yeah.
fully naked.
Yeah, it's
Fully
he's
naked.
Fully naked.
There's
Like,
no
like he was taking
way.
a dump. He was
Yeah.
like this.
He passed out taking a dump, but then everyone was like, "Oh!" We were cheering them. We're like, "Oh!"
And he's like, what? And,
Oh
like,
my god.
we David was
That's so fucking funny.
even the next day. He's like, "Do you guys see my penis?"
I think that's when Todd realized that Natalie was the one.
Yeah.
When she kicked the door down.
Yeah, when she
Yeah.
kicked it down.
He was like, "Holy
I'm like,
shit!"
damn.
She's the one.
Right there. Yeah. So it's,
That's
He's like, "Fuck all these other girls. That's the one I want."
well, funny Alta View story. Did you guys still have the painting in there of
Which
David's
one?
face?
no.
Oh, it's covered
no.
up?
Yeah.
Damn.
It was not there when everyone moved in.
There was a big giant mural. So I was out of town, and then I was living with Jason at the time. We were both out of town, and David broke in and had someone paint a big mural of his face.
What? No, I
Yeah.
never saw that.
Yeah.
Nah,
and then actually-
it was all just tan. But they should have just kept it.
Yeah, right?
honestly,
Yeah,
I don't-
that
no
was
one,
pretty
no
sick,
one
yeah.
would care.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A lot of people lived in that house.
Oh,
Like
really?
people, I like would just see like
Everyone,
time
like,
I would
in
go,
and
like
out?
someone you was living there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Damn.
It went from you and Jason to Josh, Anthony, Jaden, and me. Like, and then it went from like Keo, and then like everyone moved out, and then it was like
Mhm.
Keo, and then like Jordan.
The
one who
Yeah.
lives here now that I was telling you about earlier.
Oh, cool.
I don't know. And I don't know who lives there now though.
Yeah, I
so,
have no idea.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Just went through it.
Farewell.
Dude, one time I came home in a Uber, a Suburban, and it was late at night, and the guy went up the street, backed up to turn around, and backed straight into a mailbox.
Yeah.
Broke his window, and he's like looking, and then he drove away,
Yeah.
and there was just glass everywhere.
Everywhere.
And the next day, the neighbors knocking on my
Oh
door.
my-
Hey, I saw you. Like it was just like
Yeah.
it was a mess.
This is like we live together. This is the only place I haven't gotten a complaint like about yet. You know what I mean? Just like because every night, like at Old Sway, like all the trailer houses, like that house, like it was just
Yeah.
havoc.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, living
I'm not
with
even
people,
kidding.
like
Yeah.
Like yeah,
With, like,
especially
lots of
living
people?
with the most crazy motherfuckers ever.
People just like party every night. Or
yeah.
Okay, Old Sway was like a 6-month bender. I'm not even kidding. It was
Really?
It was worst thing ever. Like,
Jesus.
so it was Quincy and Griggs living there. It was like Jaden, Josh, Anthony, Griffin, Keo.
I don't know. I wasn't here for this period.
Yeah, but like
I just
then
hear
I would like stay there like for like days on days and stuff because like we would just like do a bunch of shit together. And, yeah, we're like good friends and then, like
Yeah.
every night. I'm not even kidding. Bryce would invite over so many people and it was a party every night. Everyone like getting blacked out every night, like and like waking up and drinking White Claws and like going through the day like I'm not even kidding. It was like the grossest thing ever.
Jesus.
Like, it was like a frat house on like crack.
yeah. It
like-
sounds like it.
I'm not. It was like
Yeah.
there was 2 towels in the whole house, never water, and I don't know why. Like, there's never any of this stuff because like you just Postmated it, but like no one did it. Like no one cared to like save themselves. Like people would be like walking around trying to find like a water bottle or everything, and then like then see like a white comic, and like drink the whole like drink it because like I
That's
swear
nuts.
it's
so
like
funny.
That's so
Oh
nice.
yeah,
my
but like
God.
every night I swear just like cause like it was during like the beginning of COVID
Uh-huh.
and like I had just met Jaden like early January of 2020, and like the way we like became good friends is like we smoked like a few blunts together, and like just like vibed really like heavily together and like had a lot in common and stuff, and like he just like asked me to come kick it and whatever, but like yeah, I don't know. Also, it was just a very
Sounds
dark area.
Yeah.
I swear, just a very
Yeah.
dark area. So like,
Yeah.
honestly, we all reminisce about it, but like, we know like it's just like not like a place like we all want to go back to.
Like every story I hear of that era is just so like mind-boggling. I'm like, you did what?
So did that make things like
What?
it made things worse?
Like Sway? Oh yeah. Oh
Whoa.
yeah. Like that was like the worst. That's like honestly. I mean, I just had so much like free time, you know, like everyone did and stuff, and like it was just so like accessible at the time
Wow.
to like do.
And then,
work.
so what made you realize after that you wanted to go sober? Like when was that moment?
That was I'm pretty sure it was October 10th of 2020.
2020.
Yeah, because I got sober like a week before I met, like we started like
Talking,
living together.
yeah.
Talking. And it was well like that week was like so me and Jaden went to Vegas, and I had been sober for a month already, you know, because I just overdosed again.
Okay.
And so I was clean, and I fucking go to Vegas, and I'm just chilling. You know, he's finishing his album. We have like a studio there, and everything's vibes. Like there's a pool. It's really nice, and I'm pretty bored. Like Jaden's like in LA because he had to go film what's it called? MGK's short film, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I can't pronounce it.
With
Down-
Monson.
Downfall.
Downfall of my life. No.
No,
downfall
What is
of my.
No, Downfall
Downfall
Hills.
High.
Yeah,
He did
yeah.
for it?
Downfall High.
Downfall High with
Downfall
Monson.
High.
High school.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so I was like alone, and I'm fucking bored. Like and then I had some trail mix. This is so like bullshit how this happened. It's so fucking ass. So I had some fucking trail mix I just bought. I was like yummy. Like I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this for later. Like you know what I mean. Like when
Yeah.
I'm like I'm gonna chill in bed, you know. And I opened the drawer, and I'm like, and it's like it's because it's like someone's house. I can't say who. I'll get sued, honestly. And I open the
Vegas?
drawer. Yeah, in Vegas. And I open the drawer, and I just see like these pills, and I'm like,
Oh fuck.
those look very familiar. And I look them up, and I'm like, oh, those are Valiums, 10 milligram. It's like another benzo. It's like Xanax. And so I just like, boom, like immediately I was like, oh fuck, like if I, you know, do this, like it's gonna be really, really bad. And I'm like, okay, no. So I'm like, no. I look at it, I'm like, no, like you're strong at this. You're good. Like you've been doing good a month. I go work out into the gym, and because there's like a gym there, and then I come back in like an hour later, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like fuck, because I'm still thinking about it, and then I'm like, I go to the bathroom to get a hairbrush. That's what it was. And I open the fucking cabinet, and I'm like, oh my god, there is literally a bottle, like a box this big, of just pills, like pill bottles, and like lean and everything, like.
What the fuck?
And I was like, fuck, and like that's when it all happened. Like I relapsed. I don't know. It was just like a lot. I guess I was all alone.
Yeah.
It was a month right after. It was in bad place. It was just like a whole entire thing, and I went home because they sent me home. My dad like came to Vegas, picked me up, and I got home, and my parents like don't know what to do because like it's been like years of this shit happening, and I'm like, and they're like over it, I guess, not like over it, but in the sense of like I don't care, but like I don't know what to do anymore because like they've already done everything, and I get back to Laguna Beach, and I fucking go and spend like $4,000 on drugs, and literally go back to LA and like do all of them, within like a 6-day period.
Yeah.
And on that 6th day, like my body was so like, I felt absent on the inside. Like there's like literally nothing there. Like my brain was so fried and everything. And like,
Jesus.
like the homie like invited this like random ass like girl over, and like she just like kept spitting on these like facts and shit about life. And like maybe I was like, the fuck? Like, you know, like, and then like he also invited so many other people like over, and we're in this room, and I was like really high off ketamine and cocaine, and I'm like having a fucking panic attack because there's like 15 people in here, and I'm like, holy shit, like what's happening? Like, and I leave that room, I go downstairs to like the living room, and I see Baron Show, because he was like living there at the time, and he like, I'm like fucking screaming, crying, like, because I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm like shaking, like, because I'm like freaking out, like everything I've done like that week. I'm like, this is absurd. Like I don't even know how I'm like alive and like right now. And like he helped me, like brought me up to the room. I literally just like told him everything. He's like, and then he like, talked it, and like fucking text my sister. I'm like, I don't feel safe right now. Like please pick me up. And boom, 15 minutes, she's already at the like crib, and she's like 30 minutes away. She like went like 100 like through the hills. Like
Your sister?
yeah, she like picked me
Wow.
up, and like, and since that day, like I just fully like went like cold turkey and just haven't touched like any of that shit since. So
Yeah.
it was like a very big like
Damn, so
like,
there's like a moment in your life.
yeah,
where
like
you
I
kinda,
know like now like hopefully I'll never like be in that situation again, just because
Yeah.
I feel like
tough.
because I've like been like I like go to like I go to therapy too, like so, but like because I feel like when I was 15 I got sent away, like it wasn't like on my own choice, like you know what I mean. So
yeah.
and now this
Now you're
one
an
was my
adult, you gotta-
choice, and like
yeah.
and like I have to figure my shit out. I'd rather, you know what I mean, like so I'm doing my best now.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's like it's crazy. You meet these people in your life that like you have no idea who they are. Like you said, your friend's like girl that he brought over, right? And she's
Yeah.
talking about life. Kind of like makes you realize
Yeah.
It's weird how
there's
those
more
little
to it.
moments.
Yeah.
I feel like there's always a sign to like you know shit. Like it was actually crazy. Like the other day, me and Jaden were like we drove to like the lookout views like on like Alta View like type area like in Studio City, and I was like telling him like bro, like I was just telling him like just like you know sad shit, like where you tell me your homies when you're emotional, and like tell my life and like how like things that make you upset, whatever, like having like a moment, and some random guy out of nowhere comes up to us and like he's from London, and just starts talking about how like amazing life is and like all this other shit. And I'm like what the fuck? Like I'm like talking to Jaden, I'm like, bro, I'm like really like upset right now, like this blah blah blah. And then this guy comes over and he's like, you gotta look at like talking about like life and like happiness and like and all this stuff.
Perspective,
And
yeah.
I'm like that's like has to be like a sign that
Yeah,
like
totally.
you know what I mean, like out of nowhere, boom, like we're like there's literally 3 people there, like it's me, Jane, like him, I mean like that guy, like 2 other people, like this room, I don't even know anyone, and boom, like he just starts coming over to us and talking about like happiness and shit. And I'm like, that has to mean something, because like I literally just like did like a little prayer like the day like the hour before, you know.
Yeah.
So, like,
It's probably not a coincidence that a week later you guys meet.
Totally.
Yeah,
It
too,
kind of
right?
it leads you to
after,
her.
like,
And
Exactly. All these
Yeah.
like little events that.
it's
Yeah.
so
That's
wild.
crazy.
Yeah.
And did you know about any of this before when you guys met, or?
I kind of knew, like, my friends, like, all of our like mutual friends, like, obviously knew that he was struggling with it. So when I first, like, started hanging out with him, like, I kind of knew, but, you know, it was, like, I didn't feel like it was really any of my business, so I stayed out of it until we, like, actually started, like, talking regularly after I came to LA. Like, that's when he kind of started telling me about it. And then when, like, the whole Vegas thing happened, like, he just wouldn't answer his phone. And that's, like, when I was like, okay, something's up. And, like, little did I know, he, like, relapsed. So then when I got back to LA and I, like, finally moved here, that's when I, like, started hanging out with him. And I found everything out. Like,
yeah.
all of it.
But I want to put that like in the past, you know, like move forward and like, but obviously still grow every day, you know.
Totally.
But you know, I was actually talking about this with your manager earlier, and
Amazing, man.
Alana, obviously, and we were talking about this earlier. Like, it's a really
My
important.
amazing manager.
Yeah, your amazing manager. You know, it is really important to share these stories, and I didn't realize that actually until we were filming an episode a couple months ago, and I was talking about like I went sober not because I was like I had hit a rock bottom or was really struggling, but in the normal sense maybe what people think alcohol struggles are, but I was having like panic attacks and like a lot
Yeah.
of like anxiety to the
Mhm.
point where it's like affecting my personal life, my professional life in a lot of ways. And even like my health, like I was just feeling sick all the time. I couldn't sleep. Like it was coming out sideways in ways that I couldn't understand.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I'm just going to take a month off of drinking. And that month led to, now it will be 4 years in a month.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Great.
amazing.
And it was tough too, because you know, like thought, oh, like I loved, like I had just gone to Napa Valley with some friends, and I was like, I
Yeah.
can't wait to do this again. Like that was such a fun experience to go wine
Yeah,
tasting,
wine
and
tasting.
you know, little things like that. Like I was like, oh man, am I never gonna get to experience that again? Or like I loved partying. I thought my party days were over. Like I got a dog, and I was like, I guess I'll never party again.
Yeah.
He loves partying more than anyone.
Now
But
I
he
lo-
just doesn't.
but
He
I-
just goes sober.
Really?
yeah,
So
I
like,
had
you're
to
like
find that-
chilling with that, like in the
Yeah.
was in the beginning. Was it hard, like being sober around all your friends who weren't?
It was
Like, when you're
impossible. I have like probably worse social anxiety than anybody.
Yeah.
But then once I found that place of clarity where I'm like, wow, I can be self-aware. I have my car. I can leave whenever I want. If at any point I feel anxious, at any point I feel like I'm not perceiving things the way I want to perceive them, or that, you know, that the party's kind of taking a turn into a direction that, like, in my gut, I can actually listen to and doesn't feel right. Like, I can get in my car and go home.
Yeah.
And that was like a really important realization. I'm like, it's also kind of fun, like once everyone kind of hits that point of being drunk, and you're like, I can go home and go to bed. Now I get a full night's sleep, and when I
Yeah.
wake up in the morning like 7 or 8 a.m.,
You feel
like
great.
everyone's
Yeah.
hungover, and I'm like,
Not like this
Yeah.
idiot over here.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
my day started. I didn't realize until I was on, like I spoke about it on a podcast and got feedback and comments and people being like, I'm like, I didn't like, they were like, thank you for telling that story. 'Cause, especially for men, I think in our society, it's
Yeah.
really hard for them to talk about it and relate
Yeah,
to
honestly,
it. And
yeah.
it's maybe a little taboo, but it's important for people like us to have that conversation because
Of course.
there's people out there that need to hear it and need to know
Yeah.
that, like, on the other side, there's like good relationships and success and good friendships and there's a really great life on the
And a
other side
level
of it.
Yeah.
clarity.
Yeah.
Such a level of
Yeah.
clarity, and that's so important.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's like the first time you've gone in detail about it, right?
I'd say publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time.
Wow.
Well, thank you
Obviously
for
more
that.
in detail, but I did.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember.
But again, thank you for that.
No,
I
of
Yeah.
appreciate
course.
it.
I mean, like, it just happens naturally,
Yeah,
man.
man.
So
Yeah.
Right?
I just feel like I like talking. I like talking about it in like a therapeutic.
Probably
you know
helps
what I
you
mean?
too, and you're helping other
Yeah,
people.
I mean,
like,
talking about it
yeah.
also just like gets like those feelings out of like the past. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
Thank you
it's
so much.
it's nice to like tell people.
And you can see how far
and-
you've come.
Yeah, it's
know,
like
you're proud
see
of
like
yourself.
a progress, and also just like give hope to people who are like who were like in my
Yeah,
situation
totally,
like,
yeah.
a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously when I was in that state of mind, I was like I'm the like no one can understand like I'm just gonna die, like there's no hope. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to hopefully be that person that can guide in a way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
That's
I just need to
amazing.
find something to.
That's like a great form of like trying to define success,
Yeah,
but you being successful in like helping other people
yeah.
and stuff like that. So like
I always thought about becoming a therapist, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like going to school and like working for that. Like I might eventually end up
Should,
doing that,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
take some classes.
You even do like public speaking or
Yeah.
or like workshops or
yeah.
whatever it is where you get the opportunity. Like, you don't have to change millions of lives at a time. You can
Yeah.
change one life at
Yeah,
a time,
that's-
and you never know how
Yeah.
that domino will fall and what
course.
comes of that. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
So you're far from home, from Texas.
Yeah.
Do you,
am
do you
very
miss it?
far. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I get
parents?
really homesick.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
Your parents are still there, right?
My
Or-
parents are actually in Florida now.
Florida? Okay.
Yeah, so they live in Florida. I haven't been back to Texas in a while, actually. I just go to Florida. to see
you,
them.
you, she was in Texas like a month ago with me.
Oh my god, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's her first time like in 4 years though.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
really?
right.
Yeah,
It's
but
just like I haven't been back to San Antonio.
Yeah.
she hasn't, she hasn't seen.
You moved out here
Mhm.
That's hilarious.
to LA. Like, what was your final decision? Were your parents stoked? Or were they kind of nervous? Obviously, probably
Like, how,
nervous.
yeah, how did
or,
you
like, how did you?
what was the catalyst for coming
Yeah.
here?
And then you have a new
Um,
boyfriend out here, or
Yeah, I mean,
time?
okay, so basically I like came to visit twice before I like finally moved out of here because I had just graduated high school.
And you were posting on TikTok?
Yeah. So
Okay,
I was
that's how it
posting on
started.
TikTok and like I ended up I think the end of my junior year started posting on TikTok and then I started like getting views, whatever. Like it all started happening.
At what point? Like how long in?
Maybe like a month and a half. Like it kind of happened really fast. Like at first I started posting them as a joke, and then like I posted one seriously, and it caught like 2 million views, which at the time was like so crazy.
So this time
2019 TikTok was so easy to blow up.
Yeah, and I was like,
I'm not even kidding. It was insane.
It was
like,
crazy. Yes, it was like everyone was blowing up.
No, yeah, I posted a video of me and my boys at prom, and it got like 1 million views.
Damn.
Yeah.
We were just standing there.
Me and my boys at prom.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. I was like, this shit. It's so funny because everyone's like, holy shit, at school, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking take advantage of this.
Laguna Beach High prom.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't even try to take advantage of it. I was just like, oh, like that's cool, and then I did it again, and it happened again, and I was like, that's
I had
weird,
an idea of what like social media was at the time because like I would, like obviously like I had like YouTube, like Vine, and all that shit back in the day. You know what I mean? So like I knew like what social media could bring. You know, I wasn't like aware to the extent, but I was like, you know what, like I got this many views, like I'm gonna just keep like doing this, you know.
Yeah.
Boom, like I guess it worked. I actually I got like accumulated like 200,000 followers on TikTok on my own, and the person who actually told me to like because and then I quit, like I just like stopped posting for like months on months, and then I met Jaden, and he literally told me to like start doing this shit, and he was like, I'm gonna help you. Like that's how I started, man.
That's wild.
So you met him through like TikTok, like.
Well, I
or...
came over Old Sway like with like a girl like that got invited by one of them, and and then I like just like met him. So
that's sick.
Yeah, but that's kind of how I got into the business.
What did your parents say when you told them that you were moving here?
Well, my dad was really supportive because I was always like, I grew up like just like being like, oh, like I'm gonna like be in movies and you're gonna see me in theater. Like when I was little, I would always say that.
Did he want you to go to college though, or no?
Yeah, my family's very like school oriented. Like my older brother is so smart. He is a genius. Like literally Ivy League. Like just he's such a genius. So like I had really high expectations growing up. Like my sister is in med school, and my brother's in law school. Like just got into Harvard. Like literally like they're so smart. So
TikTok.
So I was like the odd one out. And like when I told my dad, he was like, okay, let's do it. Like let's do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And my mom was like, no, like that's not happening. And I was like, okay, like just give me a chance. Like I'll go to LA for a year. If it doesn't work out, I'll go to school. And if it does, like I'll stay. And then I came and it worked out. So now I'm just here.
Nice.
Yeah, my mom she's good now.
It's a scary thing, like, you know, you coming across the country, or you know,
literally
LA too. It's like, you know, it doesn't always
I'm like an hour away from home.
I
just drive home to my parents like every weekend.
Yeah,
we're actually going tonight. So
are you?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the risk for me at least wasn't like that drastic. You know, I just go home. I was still going to school, so but yeah, it's a lot different for you, obviously. So that's cool.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. It was really cool. It was like such a like shock too when I got here because everything is so different here.
Right. And you got the Sway House.
Oh my god. I actually don't think I ever went to the Sway House.
I
don't think so.
You didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't either. I don't want to see any of that.
Mustville.
Literally.
Really?
Jesus.
So did you live in a content house?
Yeah, I lived in not a content house.
What is it called? Not a content
Notch.
house?
Yes.
Notch?
I lived in Notch. Yeah.
Okay.
With like Anna and like
Maddie Monroe started.
Maddie Monroe. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We just had them on.
Yeah, Anna and I lived with.
Which
Anna.
your episode might come out before theirs. So.
Really?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. How was that? It was a content. Not a content.
Oh well, I mean, I loved being in a content house. So like the first round, like there was like 2 rounds of it. Like there was not a content house, the original one, and like that was a disaster. Like not because of the girls, because of the management. Because it was just like, oh my gosh, there was like so much drama, and like it was just a disaster. And then like we met Alana, and she was just kind of like, okay, like, you know, let's fix this. Yeah. And she did. Nice. Like she fixed it for a while, and then until we all kind of got to a point where we were like, I don't know if like living together and like doing this is like the right thing for us, because we loved being around each other, but it was really hard to like give, because there was like, you know, deliverables and stuff we have to do for the house, and then on top of that, like our own stuff, and it just like got super overwhelming for all of us, to the point where like we were all like, okay, yeah, we can't do this anymore. So now we're like, we see each other all the time, but the
Everyone
whole
lives
house
pretty
thing.
close to
Yeah,
each
we live so
other.
close to each other.
Are you
But,
making?
no.
Do you guys still make videos together?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
TikTok and
Mhm.
YouTube as well, or
I mean, we all have our own YouTube channels, and like
Yeah.
sometimes we'll be in each other's. But like back when it was the house, it was more of like a job to film with each other. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And now it's like fun.
that's good.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun with it. You can't lose that.
I know.
Then it's just
You want Todd in any of your videos? I think
I'm not very good at TikTok. So it's like-
The new TikToker.
I was just telling them I posted a video of some guy pissing on the sidelines at a football game. That's how good I am at TikTok.
That's great.
You know,
No,
yeah.
that's amazing.
It was
content.
pretty funny. Yeah.
No.
it's doing amazing.
Do you want to be an actor?
Yes.
Or in
Yeah.
write, direct, or act?
Actress. Yeah,
Nice.
that's like my ultimate goal.
Oh, yeah.
Like I really wanted to go to school for it, for
Uh-huh.
like musical theater, but
awesome.
I dropped out of school.
Do you
So I
sing
didn't
like
do that.
musical theater?
Huh?
You sing musical theater? Like
I mean, I really loved it when I was in high school, and like I love to sing, I love to act, so I was like, that's like a perfect mixture of both.
yeah.
But now that I'm here, I just like, it's really hard to do multiple things and
Mhm.
like be good at multiple things.
Yeah.
It's
like you really have to focus on
Totally.
one thing.
That
at
10,000
once.
hour rule.
That's when
You gotta
like,
put
it's-
everything in. Yeah, it's
Yeah. What's your favorite musical?
There's this one musical. It's called The Last 5 Years, I think. It's really, really good. Anna Kendrick played.
Oh,
it.
cool.
There's a film about it, and it is so good. I
Okay,
might be
cool.
I might be completely butchering that. It's either The Last 5 Years or The Last.
pitch perfect. I'm just
Pitch
kidding.
Perfect.
Oh,
Fire.
I mean,
And
That's
Pitch Perfect's
amazing.
amazing.
It's like number one.
Yeah, it's great. That's funny. When I was in high school, I was in a performance of Hair.
oh,
Yeah.
That's
oh my
I went to performing arts camp in
no
like
way.
in the
That is
Catskills,
so cool.
and I went for film. But then all of a sudden, like all these kids were doing like Broadway shows. Like it was a summer camp for like creatives, but
Right.
like Broadway would actually recruit from this camp for like kids.
That is
And I was like, okay, like, and I got really into musical theater while I was there. Like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna audition, but I can't sing. I am the worst singer in the world. So I went up, and you have to like audition in front of like 100 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really hard to get
No
roles
way.
in these performances because like, and these kids like they spend like a week like practicing for their audition. I just went up there and I winged it. And in front of 100 people, I went up to the owner of the camp and I sang him Don't Trust Me by 303. And it had just come out. So people didn't really know the song. So I was like, shush, girl. Shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller. And I was saying that to him. And I was like, black dress with the tights on. And I did the whole song instead of, and everyone else did a Broadway musical
Right.
performance. And I did that. And I got casted in Hair.
No
Because they were
way.
like, that was so bold. And kids at camp were talking about it. And it's
No
like,
way.
you know, I'm in fucking Hair. And then
That's so-
there was like a couple kids who were in this performance that went on to like one kid went to Broadway, the other one's Max Schneider, who you know, Max,
Mhm.
the artist. And like we ended up working together like 10 years later when we were in music. It was so funny. My friend Alex
That's
went on to
just
work with like Kanye West and shit. Like kids from this
Yeah.
this little cast, we all like went on to stay in touch and do cool shit.
That's actually
But that was
crazy.
but it that's how I got into musical theater.
That
Really,
is so
it was
cool.
so stupid.
That's amazing.
No, that's
bold.
amazing. Literally.
But my
that's so
favorite
cool.
like songs from a musical is Sweeney Todd.
I haven't seen that.
It's
Yeah,
so
no.
good. There's actually a Tim Burton movie with
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. It's really good.
Oh,
You
should
watch
watch
that.
way.
You should, like if you ever have an opportunity to see the musical, it's
Yeah.
amazing. But the soundtrack, like the soundtrack's incredible. It's an older.
Have you ever watched Les Mis?
Yes,
I
I watched
actually
Les Mis a
haven't.
long time ago.
I don't know why I didn't say that. That's definitely my
Yeah.
favorite musical. Like
Les
that.
Miserables.
Miserables,
Les
yeah.
Miserables.
Les Mis.
It is so good.
Yeah.
I
You see
told
that.
you to watch it with me, but you didn't.
I just don't watch music. I don't know. I'm just like not.
You'd
into it.
like Book of Mormon. Like that's probably a good one to get you in.
Maybe.
You like
He
South?
just doesn't like. He doesn't like watching stuff where they sing the whole time. Like I try to get him to watch Tick Tick Boom.
Mm.
You know?
Oh,
I
cool.
haven't seen that yet. That's with Andrew
I like
Garfield.
Yeah,
Pitch
yeah, yeah.
Perfect though. Like that's
So,
fire.
Yeah, but it's different.
It's not like real like a
Yeah.
like a real.
Yeah, like
musical.
Tick Tick Boom's full on musical. Like he is literally like
And-
it's amazing. But
Andrew Garfield's such a good actor.
yeah, he was
So
he
it's
was amazing.
really good.
It's really
Okay,
good.
I gotta check
But
that out.
he just like he can't sit through the whole.
I
like,
can tell like
scene
it's
the
gonna be
entire
good.
time.
Like
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
like
yeah.
musicals, but like I just I don't know. Man.
Yeah, he
I
can
wish
do
I
it.
could.
But it's really good.
Okay,
You guys should watch
I'm gonna
it.
check that out. Yeah, he deserves. He's nominated, right? Andrew Garfield
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
For
Have
Golden
you seen the
Globe?
new Spider-Man?
Academy Award.
Academy. I have. I think Academy. I don't know. I have seen the new Spider-Man.
I saw it.
Have you?
Yeah.
I loved it.
So
Oh.
good.
Oh, when he saved
Dude, when he-
Zendaya.
yeah.
MJ, that was
When he
crazy.
saved
Yeah.
MJ,
Oh my
I
gosh,
was
Yeah.
I
like,
was
It
like,
was very touching.
are you
I know, I was like-
kidding me?
So we went.
I teared up in the movie theater.
We were all tearing up. We went to one of the first showings in LA.
Really?
Like one of our friends waited in line for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Got
Like
20
20 tickets.
got 20 tickets, and then like a big group
Oh.
of us went, and like we saw it in IMAX theater, so there was like 1,000 people there,
No way.
and like every time there was like a little bit of a moment or a cameo or a cool thing, like
Everyone.
the
Everyone's
whole
screaming.
was
Yeah.
screaming.
Everyone was going crazy.
And we were like,
Everyone's like clapping.
next to each other, like
Like-
we were at a concert.
Like you see Andrew Garfield coming through, and then everyone's like yelling. It's pretty loud, but then all of a sudden you see you like waiting for Peter to come through, and everyone was just screaming. Like,
Yeah.
Dude,
Couldn't hear the
Toby
dialogue. It was-
and- oh my.
Even like when
or
the Jamie,
Toby,
you see
yeah,
Jamie
so-
Foxx, and you see all the cameos of the
Yeah.
villains, like people are freaking out. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was so fun.
Yeah, it was a cool
It
experience
was
seeing
so
that.
much
Yeah.
a good
No, it was-
movie.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Even the end with like all like the characters like coming like. from
Yeah,
the
right. You guys see all like the
multiverse.
shapes and everything.
Yeah.
It was so good.
They should. I was like looking on TikTok and they're like, what if they made like a movie, but like it didn't close up. Like imagine like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. all, like,
I'm
the
really
superheroes,
glad
like,
I
coming
saw-
through.
Yeah, I'm really glad I saw the animation before seeing the actual movie, because it made me understand the multiverse. The multiverse is hard to understand, but if you see the animation, like explains the whole backstory of the
Yeah.
multiverse. Have you seen it?
He hasn't seen
No, I haven't
it.
seen that one.
Have you seen
I'm
it?
like
Yeah.
really, I'm really into Marvel, and he like wasn't when I first met him. So
Yeah,
I like
but
sat him
now-
down, and I was like, okay, we're gonna watch all the Spider-Man movies,
Yeah.
and I made him watch all of them.
Every single thing, bro. It's like-
But I didn't
Yeah,
have him
that-
watch the multiverse.
Yeah.
So
Spidey Into the Multiverse is
I'm watching that
It's-
tonight.
It's probably like, oh my gosh, I don't know, like maybe like second or third
Really?
best.
Shit,
Yes,
I haven't
it's
seen that,
amazing.
actually.
I'll watch it with you.
It's amazing.
You want to watch it later? It's so
Yeah.
like this weekend. It's so fun.
So good.
Okay, I gotta check that out. Cause I wasn't into Marvel either. I like Spider-Man, but now I'm like getting into Marvel just so I can watch like Civil War
Yeah.
with Tom Holland, and then the other one with Tom Holland as well. That Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, David made him a list. He's like, Todd, you have to watch every single movie in this order. So he's like, it's like probably
Yeah,
like
There's
there's
so many movies.
so many,
It's
like
crazy.
60 movies.
You don't have to actually watch.
No,
all
yeah,
of them,
yeah.
though,
Skip a
like,
few, right?
Yeah.
I really want to watch Civil War though,
Civil War.
and Endgame is the one.
Endgame
Endgame.
is so
I made him
good.
watch those. They were like,
I like
Endgame's
barely. I like,
amazing.
but even like I just like literally watched like 3 Marvel movies before watching Endgame. I still cried.
oh my gosh,
Like,
he
I've been crying
cried.
over the stupidest shit.
Yeah, right.
Only in
Yeah.
movies though. Like anything
Movies
in real
get
life,
him.
like I can't. I don't really cry, but like
Marvel.
movies though, I'd be crying.
Yeah.
Movie's
so
really,
much.
Really good.
That's so funny. What are your like 5 in order 5 favorite Marvel movies? You can go from like
Multiverse. Okay,
okay.
well, I'm gonna have to throw a lot of Spider-Man in there because I really, really like Spider-Man. But okay, do they have to be movies? Because I really, really liked WandaVision.
Oh, you can throw that in there.
WandaVision
WandaVision's
was
great.
so good,
Really
and
good.
Hawkeye was amazing.
I didn't see Hawkeye.
So I'm gonna say Black Widow, like the one that just came out, because
Oh, that
I
one
just
was
it was so good.
so
it was so
good.
good.
I haven't seen that.
Black Widow, the
my
one that just
God.
it was so good, and especially because it's Scarlett Johansson's last movie, so like
Yeah.
oh my god, it was so good.
Ever?
So, yeah, that's her
With
last
Marvel.
time being. Yeah.
Yeah, she got killed.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
if she's
yeah.
done with. Well, yeah, I guess she.
Maybe
is
in
done
like flashbacks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, that's her last movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're just spoiling so
I know.
much shit
Sorry.
right now. Like, we're
yeah,
gonna have to go to
I just like
spoilers.
realized
Who cares?
my bad. If
Spoiler
anyone hasn't
alert.
seen that,
Like,
I'm
everyone's gonna be like,
sorry.
really? What the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
gotta-
been out
yeah,
long
capture
enough. It's alright.
spoiler.
Like Spider-Man's literally about to pass Avatar for the highest grossing movie of all time. Like everyone can like relax. Like if you haven't seen Spider-Man,
You haven't seen
That's
Spider-Man in like it's been like a month.
then like you
Yeah.
don't
It's been a long
care if
time.
you. If
You don't care
spoil
enough,
it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fine.
I mean-
they're not gonna see it at this point.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So yeah, WandaVision, Hawkeye was so good. I haven't watched Loki.
I haven't seen Loki yet. I heard it was really good though.
Yeah, I heard it was
Loki.
really good too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. Okay, like I know everyone hates Andrew Garfield's movies, but they
Nah.
were
so good.
No, I love.
come
So
on, they
Andrew
were
Garfield,
so
yeah, yeah.
good.
So
Wait,
one
I
or-
would- they-
one or
they need to
two?
make number 3.
No,
bro.
I
It was
know.
so good. I
Two.
love both of them.
2.
Number two.
Okay, so say them again. What are the 5?
So okay, I'm gonna take Hawkeye out. So WandaVision, the latest Black Widow, Multiverse, the second Andrew Garfield movie, so Amazing Spider-Man 2, and Endgame or Infinity War. I guess Infinity
War.
War.
We'll give you a little bonus. You can tied for 5th.
Endgame and Infinity War. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
those are the top 5 for me. I was
Great
never really
movies.
into Captain America.
Yeah, same here.
I love the Incredible Hulk with
Mm-hmm.
who's the actor
Um,
from fucking
I
Fight
know.
Club?
I know.
Ed Norton.
Ed Nor-
Ed Norton.
Well, he plays the Hulk.
So the original, like,
Oh.
like it was like the third or fourth movie of the Marvel universe. Ed Norton originally played the Hulk. It's my, it's like honestly, it was for a very long time. It was my favorite Marvel movie, and everyone's like, "You're fucking crazy." I'm like, "Dude, it's really good." And then he had like contract disagreements because he's like a little pretentious with Marvel, and they just recast him with Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's so
was
funny. I
like,
didn't know that.
Yeah, but you guys should go. You should go watch it. It's so good. Ed Norton's obviously like an Academy Award-winning actor, and he plays like
so good.
the same character from Fight Club, but
as a Hulk,
as the Hulk. And it's so like he plays that kind of intensity. And then I'm not gonna ruin the ending, but the ending is like was the first moment where you realize that the world's it was the first moment of Marvel where they like showed you that the worlds were gonna collide.
Oh wow!
Like this is about to be the MCU, and I remember like sitting there and being like, my mind is blown. It was so cool. So you guys should watch that.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on my
so
Marvel.
good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, man.
Gonna have like a whole day just movies.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's cool.
Are you going to Fashion Week?
Yeah, in New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with.
You guys both going?
Yeah, I'm
Right on.
going
She's fucking coming from Hawaii. Like she goes like the 6th to like the 7th.
Yeah.
Like the 10th, and then she lands at 10:55 in LA, and has a flight to New York at 1 in the morning.
Oh my
shit.
Yeah,
god.
it's gonna be a really tough day for me.
What's in Hawaii?
I'm
vacation?
shooting an
for-
editorial
What?
for like Model East magazine.
Wow, that's
So
gonna
I'm gonna
be
be
a
there
fun.
for 3 days.
Yeah.
And then
For free life.
Wow.
but I really
Damn.
wanted to go from Hawaii to New York. But I was like,
Yeah, it's
I couldn't like change my flight, so I just booked another one, and
Yeah.
then it just happened to be like an hour and a half
Yeah.
away.
You're just gonna get your stuff and then go.
So I'm literally just gonna get my bags and then go back.
Have you been to Hawaii before?
No, never.
No. Oh, okay.
Really?
What island are you
no.
going to?
I have no idea.
Oahu.
probably Oahu.
Oahu.
Honestly, like I
Or
literally
the big-
just
or the
do
big
what I'm
island.
told. Like, I never ask questions. Like Alana could literally tell me to like jump off a cliff, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
all
Do
right,
you
like
know-
what time?
Waikiki.
I'm so excited.
There's a restaurant called Duke's
Mhm.
on the beach in Waikiki. You gotta go there.
I went
Okay.
there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
I'm
he's
so
so
excited. I've
fun.
never
I went there
been.
like a long time ago and just surfed the whole time.
Yeah.
It's amazing, especially when Waikiki's big. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like long and it's just so
Yeah.
long, forever away from.
Yeah, I'll send you the name of this like poke place that we found,
Okay.
and it was the best poke like sushi I've ever had in my entire life.
I don't doubt it. You're
Out of
in Hawaii.
control. It was the best.
I'm really excited. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like I love being in like tropical places, and I love the beach, but I am terrified of the ocean. Like I am terrified of it. I cannot get in like past my hips. Like
No.
it is so scary to me to like be
Yeah.
stepping and not knowing what you're stepping on. That is so
Waikiki's chill,
terrifying.
though.
Yeah, you're fine in
Your
Waikiki.
Waikiki's like the one place in Hawaii that you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
if you like were to go like Laguna's fine, but Huntington and Newport, like murky waters. You don't wanna-
Huntington
yeah.
is bad actually
Yeah,
with
yeah.
sharks
a bunch of sharks.
and San Clemente.
Like
Yeah.
how are people
Yeah.
just okay with that?
It's just you get
It's so
you get
scary.
people that surf and like older guys that surf and they don't give a shit. Like if there's a shark sighting, they're like whatever, and they'll still be out there surfing and yelling at each other, trying to catch some waves. So it's
What?
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
they don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really care.
Yeah, there's always like a shark spotting like near like the Huntington Pier, and
Yeah,
there's
the
just
pier
a bunch of people surfing.
all the time.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
sharks like
I don't know.
they seem like scary, but they're actually just like kind of like just checking you out and like
No, yeah,
You know?
honestly, like I'm not even that scared of sharks.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm just so scared
Just,
of
like,
not
your
knowing
shit-
what I'm
yeah.
stepping on. Like, like what
Yeah.
if I like I don't know.
I'm scared
You
of
get, like,
sharks.
stung by-
Like-
stung by a jellyfish
Who
or
knows
something.
Or
what's in the
stingrays.
ocean,
Yeah.
Literally, like exactly.
Stingrays
It's so
suck.
scary to me. We went
Oh,
to
yeah, those are
we went
scary.
to Mexico for Thanksgiving, and like I do not get in the ocean like that. Like I
Uh-huh.
just don't. So he convinces me to go
Snorkeling.
snorkeling, and we're like.
Pretty
We like
far.
go snorkeling, and I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna do it. It's fine. I'm gonna see some cute fishes, whatever. And then we get in the water, and me, him, his sister, and his sister's friend, we all just start like itching. Like our
No.
entire bodies are just like itching, and like
Yeah.
little stings everywhere. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like I don't like this. And then like I'm like, Cooper, like, do you not feel that? And he's like, no, like you guys are crazy. And then 2 seconds later, he's like stinging and itching and like stinging and itching. I honestly don't know what it was, but
Was
we
it-
all like
Jellyfish?
ran out.
Yeah, it was
Jellyfish in there?
jellyfish.
Tiny
I was just gonna
jellyfish.
say.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like that was
Oh,
that was my one shot. I'm never doing it again. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's
Uh,
so scary.
But did you know it was jellyfish at the time? Like
Mm-mm.
after?
Well,
Okay.
like a little bit after, but I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck is
It was
going
so
on? Like,
tiny though. It's like, baby jellyfish.
Just like a big school of jellyfish.
Probably.
There.
Something like
We
that.
just like swam right through
everyone's
it.
just, like little red marks and stuff. Like,
Ugh.
that suck. It's annoying.
That's gross.
Yeah. But
You
Hawaii
gotta,
will be fun.
you gotta take her surfing.
I know.
What it-
my
just get like a
God.
longboard.
She would. I have a wave storm in my house.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we
dude,
could-
the
Oh,
wave
hell
storm.
no.
Well, like, I don't even know where I would take her. Like
Yeah,
San
right?
Onofre or something. you
Yeah,
know?
San Onofre would be
Get like
good.
a small little wave.
It's like
Shoot.
San Onofre is like a mellow. I mean, I'm sure it gets big, but
It
it's
does-
like like the waves kind of like just roll in, and it's like
Yeah.
perfect for like longboarders. And
Yeah.
See, like the thing is, I can't even stand on a skateboard without like eating shit.
Okay, yeah.
So that's where that's gonna go south. But you know, I mean, like
Sure,
I'll
your
try
balance.
it. I have really bad balance. Like I have really bad balance.
You got to
I
get
don't
one of
know
those
what it
bracelets that
is.
help you balance.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, I know.
What?
Oh my god.
Remember, like-
I didn't even know that was a
Yeah,
thing.
that-
They got discontinued
Yeah,
because
yeah,
someone like died wearing it. 'cause,
What?
Like, oh, I can balance. or
Are you
something.
serious?
Yeah, something like that. Like, the balance
What?
bands.
Yes.
That's what I heard like in middle school. I haven't heard about balance bands since like middle school.
Remember everyone had
That's
them?
so
Yeah,
funny.
they're
I
like
didn't
little
even know that was a
plastic
thing.
things,
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
like on like it's like rubber and then like a plastic thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys do jet skis a lot growing up?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
go
like
jet ski
wave
riding?
runners?
What do you mean?
Like in
Oh, like
the-
on the jet ski.
yeah, I
Yeah.
always wanted to do that.
You never been on one?
Okay, well, I did
They're
one
so
time.
fun.
I had a really bad experience on one.
Really? Why?
So I was in you might know this story. I was in Ibiza, and I got invited onto like the founder of Minecraft's yacht in Ibiza, and there was like 8 of us on it, and I was so excited. And once I get on there, I realized like there was a lot of like alone time on this yacht. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go out, and I had a couple friends who were on the boat too, but they were like, it was like this massive boat, like 16 staff, and there was just 8 of
Yeah.
us. So I was like, all right, and this is when I was drinking too, so I was like pretty drunk, and it was my first time on a jet ski. I took the jet ski out into the open ocean or like sea or whatever in Ibiza, and I'm just like doing circles around the boat, and I come in to get another drink. I come in and like the guy who's like his only job on the boat was like to run the jet skis. Like as I'm coming in, he like grabs the jet ski and pulls it closer to the boat, and then I go out a second time. I'm doing it again. This time I bring out my phone. I'm like fucking videotaping. I'm like, dude, I'm in fucking Ibiza
Yeah,
on a
fucking-
yacht in a jet
Yeah.
with a jet ski. I was like, dude, I'm living my life. And as I start coming in, the guy is distracted, and I thought he was about to grab my jet ski, but I was like a little fucked up, and the jet ski like bounces off the like the rubber thing that it was supposed to attach to, and then slams into the side of the boat. And all of a sudden, I just like scrapes the side of this like $200 million yacht, and I'm like, it's like
You're like,
and I look at the guy, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry," because he was like, "That was my fault. Like, I can scuff it out." And I was like, "Oh, okay." But, like some people saw it happen, and I was like, never spoke about it again.
Oh
I was
my
like, but I had in the back of my mind, I was like, I fucking crashed a jet ski into that fucking boat. Like,
Yeah.
and like,
Shit.
and a month later, I'm like walking down the street, and I'm like looking at my phone, and my friend, who was the one who invited me on the boat, who's friends with the Minecraft guy, was like, "Yo, did you crash a jet ski into the boat?" And I was like, I mean, it kind of wasn't my fault, but yeah.
oh god.
He goes, because they just got a bill for $25,000, like, and he's pretty upset, and like you're gonna have to pay for the damage. And I was like, oh, the guy told me he could scuff it out, but like at the end of the day, like, yes, I crashed it, so like, okay, like what? And I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I'm just like sitting there, and I remember I was walking because I start like my heart's racing, and I start pacing, and I couldn't even like forgot where I was going. I was just like couldn't breathe, and for like 30 minutes, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm like, how am I gonna call my dad and be like, Dad, I need. Like it's like I need $25,000. I crashed a fucking jet ski into.
What happened? Did they make you pay?
He calls, and I'm also thinking to myself, I'm like, if this guy's really worth $2 billion, does he really care about $25,000?
Yeah.
No,
Like, what the
this is
Scratch
fuck?
even bad?
I mean, it was like a
How big?
scrape, but
How
it was like
big?
you could like fucking buff it out, like
oh god. How many like 3 lines? Just,
yeah,
like,
like
3 lines.
like 3 back lines.
The boat just starts sinking.
I'm like the iceberg.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I took it
Just-
down. So anyway,
way.
he texts me. He goes, "Yo, I'm here with like Lisa right now, and she saw you crash in the boat. And we thought it'd be a funny prank." I was like, "What?"
They took-
And he's like, "Yeah, no, we just were fucking with you." And I was like, "Dude, that's so fucked up." And like, literally for the next like couple hours too, like I would think about it, my heart would skip. I was like, "Oh my god, I fucking owe this 25." And I was like, "Oh wait, no, it's a joke." But I like couldn't like still to this
Your
day,
body was used
I'm
to
still
that, right?
scarred
Yeah.
from it. Like every time I see a jet ski, like I get that anxious feeling back from that moment where I thought I fucking was gonna like in my life. Like I was like at that point, I was like everything. I was like, I'm fucking done. Like how am I gonna come up with this money? And it kind of ruined jet skis for me a little bit, but I still think they're so cool.
They're so fun.
And I asked him like recently. I was like, by the way, dude, like when you played that prank on me, like would Notch really have made me pay for it if I like if it was really $25,000 in damage? And he's like, no, dude, he wouldn't even have noticed. Like, what the fuck do you think? I was like, okay, cool. This was Kyle.
$2 billion.
My friend Kyle.
Insane.
Your body remembers like that. Like
yeah, you know,
why you're anxious. That's crazy.
And that is my trauma.
That is your trauma.
Yeah. So, not to blow up your spot, and I did this yesterday. He's gonna be so mad at me. I heard you were a big Vlog Squad fan.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she is.
I know you told them that. Yes, I was.
You were?
When I was like, oh,
it's okay.
When I was like growing up and like getting into YouTube before I even started social media, like the Vlog Squad and like Emma obviously were like just like my two favorite channels to watch.
Damn, that's rad.
No, yeah, it was just like it was so funny, you know, like it made my day every time that I watched it.
Did you have a favorite?
Favorite what?
Like
video
Vlog Squad member or
member?
Which
yeah,
one?
I was like out of like the million. I was like, I don't know, to watch. Probably Zayn.
Yeah.
Zayn's funny as hell.
So
Zayn's funny.
Yeah.
Have you met Zayn?
No, I've never met Zayn.
You should come hang out.
Damn, yeah.
He's so funny.
I've never
You're
met
funny
Zayn.
as fuck when you're drunk.
Oh, thanks.
You're funny
I
as
think
fuck.
so too.
Every story, every
Yeah.
story I've heard of Zayn, because I feel like a lot of people that I know have met Zayn.
Yeah.
And any story I've ever heard of him, he's been drunk.
Yeah.
He's been drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny. He's hilarious.
No, yeah, he's and he can dance. He can dance really well.
Really?
Zayn can fucking throw. He can cut a rug.
I've seen him on the pole
He's
before.
so-
Yeah.
And he can sing too.
I saw him on Santa Monica at the strip club. He was dancing actually.
He was dancing,
Yeah.
little thong. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go throw some ones.
Lately, my little sister Danielle over there's been the new female Zayn. The two of them are like this dynamic menace duo.
They drink and just there's no stopping them.
They're just out of control. Like we'll go over to his house at like 2 a.m. They'll just both be like singing Unwritten and dancing on the table together. And we're like, okay, out of control.
Out of control. Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. That's funny that you mentioned though. Everyone meeting Zayn, he's been drunk.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That's so funny.
Now he's on this crazy diet and he's not drinking.
Really?
Oh,
For the
really?
next 3
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
3 months. So
Is it like the 75-day thing?
it's like so our buddy Ilya, he's did this
Or
diet
90?
with his other friend and he's doing some sort of like I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
that
you
long.
can't like drink, you can't like
Yeah.
have like anything like bad food, like it's like a strict like
Totally. Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
Strict diet,
I
but
see a lot of people doing that.
I should probably do that because
Yeah.
I'm too old to be drinking. But
Nah, you're getting to your wine days.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
You've been really learning to appreciate good
I
wine.
have been like appreciating wine a lot. So
Yeah, it's like my parents and stuff like 60, so just a glass of wine and stuff
Right.
every
So
night.
funny.
Yeah.
relax.
But that's cool that you.
Yeah.
grew up
Yeah,
well.
no, me and my siblings loved watching
That's-
it. Like I was at one of like I think it was Leroy's birthday. Remember? And like I saw David there, and that was the first time I ever saw David. Now I had a little bit of like I was like, oh my god, it's fucking David Dobrik. And I was like, okay, I'm cool. I was like, I'm cool, whatever. And then I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna like I was leaving. I think we were all leaving, and like he came up to me and he was like, hey, like what's up, like, and I was like, what the f-? I was like, what's up? I was like, what's up?
That's
He
awesome.
was like,
right.
yeah, like I know you and like your boyfriend, like how are you? And I was like, oh my god. I was like,
crazy.
yeah, just like whatever, like I'm Sabrina, it's nice to meet you. Yeah, that was like a full circle moment for me. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? Yeah, that was
That's
pretty
cool.
fucking cool. Yeah,
I'll tell him you said hi. If I see him, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it was really no
Yeah.
big deal.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, it was like,
I swear I started like seeing y'all on Vine though.
Oh really?
That's yeah.
Damn.
Like, I've been on. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I just see like all this. Like I forgot Vine was so much more funny than TikTok. But,
Yeah,
like,
Vine was great.
Vine was top
was,
tier
like-
humor.
Yeah.
So funny.
Vine was.
I was like 13, like 12, like when I got Vine and stuff, and I would see like everyone and stuff, and like that's just kind of how I found y'all. Yeah.
That's how I met Zane Heath, and Scott and I were friends from high school.
Yeah,
we'd make Vines, and then we met Zane Heath and David and then Jason and everyone.
Yeah.
So
how long ago was all
Vine.
that?
What?
you never had Vine?
No, I didn't have Vine.
I didn't have Vine.
It sucks.
But
It was so
I don't know what
funny,
I was
just like
thinking.
the humor and like the jokes and stuff, and like I remember like I used to watch like King Batch a lot on Vine.
Yeah,
like that was the one, like I remember, and like Amanda Cerny. And
that was like 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I swear it was just like it was such a funny era.
It was,
you know? But
it has like a special place in my heart. Like,
yeah.
Were you guys on Musically?
Oh no.
No Musically?
No.
I wasn't really into social media
That's
growing
good.
up, like, which is so funny because now it's my job.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't into it. Like, I literally got Instagram when I was in like freshman year, and then I was like, okay, yeah, like, and I would just like post here and there, but I wasn't into social media at all.
Yeah.
Didn't have Musically, I didn't have Vine. Like, I had like Snapchat and Instagram. And I was like,
Wow.
that's good. Yeah, no.
When Vine got deleted and then like Musically came out or whatever, I was like, it's not the same, man. It's not the same at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see. I was like, I don't want to see motherfuckers lip sync and shit. And now I'm like over here to lip sync and shit. I'm like over here doing that shit. Yeah,
it's so funny.
I was like, yeah, fuck Musically, like Vine, like yeah. Now I do that stuff. So
it's all good. We do too.
I'm my own worst enemy.
That's so funny.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to add?
Yeah, you guys want to
I mean,
anything? Yeah, anything you're. You just say hello, I guess.
Any plugs?
Any plugs?
Any plugs? My Instagram.
Hey.
Cooper.Noriega.
There
And
you
your
go.
TikTok? Your TikTok and YouTube
Sab
channel?
Quesada for
I don't care about
everything.
I don't care about
love
my
that.
TikTok, just my Instagram.
Well, guys,
Follow
thank you,
these-
thank you so much for coming here.
Yeah,
Of
thank
course.
you
For having
thank you for
me.
being here.
Us.
Of course.
By the way, it's just as nerve-wracking for us to have people we've never met.
Yeah,
as I'm
of
sure it is
course.
for you guys. So like,
Yeah.
we really appreciate you doing this.
No,
and
yeah, of
No,
course.
yeah,
It's
this
really
is
awesome.
like this is my first like actual podcast I've
Nice.
ever been
Yeah,
on.
Did you
me
like it?
too.
Yeah.
Cool.
It was really fun.
It's
yeah.
honestly like I was like nervous at first, but it's like
It's kind of
Yeah.
we're just
therapeutic,
sitting
right?
down and like talking,
It's
so
fun.
it's really not
Yeah,
that
it's
like
so fun.
scary.
Get to talk about a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I
right?
mean?
So cool. Thank
Yeah,
you
thank you for
opening
sharing.
up.
Thank you
Yeah.
both for sharing.
Of
So
course, thank
course.
you guys.
this is the end of the podcast, and we are the Good Boys. Thank you for listening. Fucker out.
Cue the music.